Hi friends, I'm back in SF. Haven't seen you guys for a while. How are you? Today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to share with you guys how I actually lost about 10 pounds during this pandemic season. Healthily losing 10 pounds during this pandemic season, and my experience sharing for this. Hopefully it will be helpful for some of you guys. So my original weight here before I went back home to Taiwan because of this pandemic was about 132 pounds. It's kind of heavy considered the beauty standard back home, and right now after 1.5 months of losing weight, I around 122 pounds, which is around 55 kilograms. Although it's still considered a little bit chubby there, but I'm pretty satisfied with my result, and because I'm using a very healthy way that my mom and I have been working on, so I just really want to share with you guys how I actually did this. Actually, originally my weight, just want to give you guys some background knowledge. Originally my weight before I moved here is even lower than this. I think it's around 120 pounds, around 53 kilograms. But then after moving here, because of the eating behavior that's very different from Taiwan, I kind of changed my eating behavior, and I started to consume more food and started consuming more wheat. Because of that, I've gained a lot of weight dramatically. It's similar to the situation when I moved to the UK when I was studying there. I gained a lot of weight there as well. But every time when I went back home and I started a plan of losing some weight, and I managed to do it. But this time is the time that I actually did it the most efficient and effectively. So I really want to share with you guys. So let's break down into two different things. If you want to lose weight, I know you guys all know about this, but two main things. The first thing that you need to consider is your dieting, and the second thing is your working out plan. So let's first dive into the dieting, because it's actually much more important than working out in my perspective. It's around 70% of your success factor if you want to lose weight. And for dieting, what I did was I did 4 things. So 2 things that I stopped doing and 2 things that I started doing. So for the 2 things that I stopped doing is something that I think is very important. The first thing is I reduced my consumption of wheat dramatically. So wheat is something that modern people would love to eat. For instance, we all love eating bread. There are so many bakery stores. We love eating cakes, and we love having, for me personally, I love having avocado on toast. And so for the toast, it's also made of wheat. These things are actually they added a lot of human factor inside, and wheat itself is addictive. If you keep having avocado on toast, you would like to have it every day. That's from my own experience, but it's also been proved scientifically. So there's a book that I read, it's called Wheat Valley. It says that the reason why people in the States are more obese than other people is because the consumption of wheat. And after having the reduction of wheat, I actually think that my waistline becomes, I actually had measured my waistline before, and it actually dramatically reduced because of that. So the first step that I would take if I want to lose weight is to eat healthily and not to eat too much wheat. I also love wheat, so I didn't really stop everything, but I reduced a huge amount of my ordinary consumption because I ate a lot before. So that's the first thing that I stopped. And the second thing that I stopped is I stopped snacking. And the reason why I stopped snacking was very simple, is because right now it's in lockdown, and also people are all working from home everywhere in the world. So I couldn't really get snacks anymore in my company's office. I used to get a lot of snacks, or I went to cafe to grab green tea latte or chai latte just during breaks or during meetings, so that I can I can just fulfill my own urge of having latte at work. This is my thing. And because of the lockdown, you can say it luckily that I stopped doing these things, and because of that, I actually feel that it's a good thing, because I lost a lot of weight and I reduced the amount of time I consume things and the frequency of me consuming things. So I think this is a huge factor of me losing weight as well. I'm not sure if you're a huge snacker, but there's a little tip. If you still really want to eat something during like meals, in between meals, what I would suggest you to do is to eat some dark chocolate. I really love Dandelion's dark chocolate, 70% dark chocolate. Some people love 85%. I personally love 70%. Those things are very good ingredients for you to feel that, oh, you actually already snacked something, but at the same time does not include too many calories. So I would definitely suggest that. Another thing that I would suggest you to eat for snacking is eggs. So I love eating in the convenience store in Taiwan. They would have those like tea bag eggs. So they would basically just put eggs into like a pool of tea bags, and they would just like boil it and just like boil and steam it, and it tastes really good, and it's like low calories, high protein. So I would also recommend that. And the other two things I started doing is let me check. Okay, I started doing one thing is that whenever I want to eat something, I would first drink a glass of water water before. So I'm not a huge fan of water, and I don't really drink water that much compared to other people, but I'm also at the same time a very fast eater. I would love to eat food very fast whenever I'm very hungry or whenever I'm starving. I would be very impatient, and then I want to consume food right away. But right now, what I told myself is that whenever I want to eat food, what I would need to do first is to drink a glass of water, so that you can make sure that your stomach is ready, and it's also good for your digestion. So that's one tip that I use. I think it's very helpful, although sometimes I didn't really follow this rule, but oftentimes it's very helpful. And the last thing that I started doing is that I start eating food with high fiber. They can be the replacement for meat as well. So I started eating a lot of sweet potatoes. I started eating pumpkins and squash. So what my mom would do when I was back home in Taiwan is that she would blend pumpkin with milk, and just to make me a pumpkin milk smoothie for me, and whenever after dinner. So it's actually very fulfilling, and it makes me feel that I don't want to eat anything, not even fruit, after dinner. So it's actually a very good way for me to feel that, okay, this is enough. So I think those food with high fibers really help me, no matter it's for losing weight or digestion. And let's talk about the workout. So for the workout that I do right now is I need to confess that I'm not a gym rat. I don't really lose weight in order to lose weight and go out and go to the gym or just do workouts very often, because I don't like doing workouts that often. I love working out, but I don't love like working out like weight training, things like that. I love kickboxing, but I couldn't do that right now because of human interaction. And I love horseback riding, but right now I just want to be more frugal, so I just try to avoid that because that costs so much money. Because of that, I try to do more in like home exercises. So what I do is that I would go watch YouTube videos about workout and try to do at least twice a week for different kinds of workout. I personally love HEAT workout and like high intensity workout because it takes me so little of my time, and at the same time I was like sweating every time when I was like working out, HIIT workout. So HIIT is the thing for me, And the second thing that I also did was, okay, hold on. My computer just locked out. Okay, another thing that I did as well was I changed my social plans with my friends. I'm a fairly social person. I love going out with my friends. I love holding house parties with my friends, going out to bars with my friends. Because of this lockdown, very luckily, I was still in Taiwan at the time, and I got the chance to still going to like restaurants. They were still functioning there in Taiwan, and I could still meet my friends even though I need to wear my masks. But what I did was that I intentionally changed my usual social plans, which is I would go to bars, I would go to restaurants with my friends, and change that into more outdoor activities. For instance, I would do mountain climbing, I would do, I don't know, I would just like wandering around with my friends in the street more instead of going to the restaurant and then just like gossiping. So because of changing the social plans into more outdoorsy activities, I feel that I walked more compared to before, and I think that also helped a little bit on my losing weight journey. So I think this is it. So this is basically how I lose my weight. And although right now I'm still, the body fat doesn't count right now because I know that I still need a long way to make my body fat ideal compared to other people, but I just don't want to compare to other people. I am me, I am beautiful, and I just know that this is good for my health, and I'm doing something that makes me happy. And I don't know if I would keep losing weight but healthily, but I would just like keep doing things that make me happy. And I just want to share with you guys how I made myself happy during this journey. And I think that's it, and hopefully you would like this video. Hopefully everyone could become a better person and glow when the lockdown is over, and stay safe. Bye.